Alrighty, so week 11 in CIT 28. Hope you're all doing well. Today is Tuesday of week 10, and I finished the work that you all submitted. And I really liked the prompting discussion. I thought I hope you found it helpful. I found it enlightening. There's so many different ways to approach writing prompts these days, but I think we are all pretty much under the consensus that the more concise we are, the better. So, in that vein, I thought one thing I'd try to be concise about is today's video, because you are, and you will see this here, is you're going to start watching the writing because we start writing the databases this week. And man, I liked I've liked everything we've done, but I really like the writing, mostly because of some things I've wanted to know more about, which is triggers. And so anyway, you'll see that as you get through this week. But to be concise, 85% of the points here will come from writing. I need to give a link to the first 21 minutes of this. Is kind of what we've done when we've started a new topic, because we are starting a new topic this week, okay? Which is writing. So I've given you a link to the right. So this is what you need to do for that one. So new folder at the same level, name it writing. In there, put your README, add a writing part 1. Okay. So then code along with Carter. Now I do have for the writing part 1 a small video, because there were some things I ran into with following along, actually in both part 1 and part 2, which was kind of interesting. So that's really the bulk of what you want to do for this week. And then so one of the things I thought we could kind of continue this idea of sharing like things that we use. One of the things I really realized the other day, because somebody had replied to one of the posts about the code spaces, and they said one of the reasons they leave their code space open is they don't want to lose the file to their proof of work file if we have multiple updates. This week, it's this work you've just finished a little easier because you just had to output the schema into there. But if you ever run into that where you had to close it out for some reason, you can always run this command, and I use this with the MFA because that's what we're working with this week. That's the name of the database, and you can always run this file to output to that proof of work file. And then I also thought I'd give you, because somebody asked me about because in the videos I'll select a series of queries and then I'll do one keystroke to make them commented. You uncomment, it's a toggle, so you comment or uncomment. So that's Control / and then Control D. And I suspect most of you have that one. But if you have some you have found to be helpful, like tell us what those are, right? And then, right, if you don't have any, right, then what are your thoughts? Because at this point you will have finished in order for you to do the reply the first 20 minutes there. Okay, I do want to end just really quickly talking about next week, because next week I'm going to give you an ICA for both part 1 and part 2 of what you're learning this week. And you will have your first attempt at the first problem set, which is Don't Panic. So I've kind of stacked that up like we have this week, in the sense that you'll get to submit. I will still grade, right? But you will get to fix based on the feedback. Now, this Don't Panic is very different than what we've done. This is actually kind of fun, especially if you're in cybersecurity. Man, that was a fun one, but took me a little while to wrap my head around it. I don't think it takes as long as some of the other work we've been doing, but I will have that. I'm just telling you that's what's up for next week, and then I will try. And if I don't have it done by midweek next week, you could always reach out to me and go, hey, actually I'll have to have it up by for week 12, of course, but next week, week 11, actually, let me think about that. I'm in week 10. I'm giving you week 11. Oh, so this is for week 12. No wonder. I'm like, wait a minute, right? But if someone was to say, hey, ping me and go, it'd be nice to have those ICAs closer to the time, maybe by the end of next week, if you wanted to look at them, because I am going to handle them a little differently. I have some ideas about what I want to do with the ICAs related to the course content. So, if anybody wants to be my tester, I'd love that. You can reach out and tell me that as well. Okay, so let's see. Did I keep it concise? 5 minutes. Okay, shortest one I've ever had, maybe. All right. Reply with any shortcuts you use you find be helpful. No, you got to take notes. I'll give you the link to the video. It's actually, no, I'm sorry. It's actually in here. I don't have to do it. It's right there. So I don't have to update that. And then you can reply with any of those shortcuts, right? But you will need to have, and you can just end the reply. If you're posting a reply, I'm going to assume that you've done these notes. So know that if I see it, I will go look. So hopefully it will be there, right? And then I just dropped this about next week, which is week 12, which we are rolling quickly. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.